Bonjour mes amis, hi guys. I was just watching an interesting video on a new channel called AllInHerMovements. It is hosted by a lady for once named Penny. She has a great way of talking, made already some interesting videos, and I wanted to react to one of the first videos that she's done about whether or not to flip watches. Maybe 2 years ago, I would have made the same video and said the same thing as she was saying, but with a bit more experience, I feel a bit different about some things. So I wanted to discuss it. So she was saying, talking about specifically this model, that she would never flip it because she's put memories in it. It's one of those watches that you buy used with scratches usually, and that you put your own scratches in it. It's a great travel watch for female and males or anyone. So I totally understand what she's saying there. She's also saying that she has a target of 10 watches in her collection and that she will stop there. I was thinking famous last words. 2 years ago, I might have said that, and now I have 30 watches. The story has changed for me, and I'm looking at reducing to enjoy more the best watches in my collection. That's why I also want to react. And finally, and most importantly, she points out that these are not disposable items like so many things in our life these days. This is made to outlast you. So let's start with that. Yes, it is, but I got it used. Somebody else has put life in it. Somebody else will put life in it after I'm gone. Maybe my kids will want it, maybe not, maybe they'll sell it, maybe it will get lost. So I'm really just a custodian, a temporary custodian of this watch. So to me, selling it is it's not as sentimental. It's very hard to sell a good watch. I have several good watches that I have to sell at this point because I realize I just have too many and I want to enjoy more some of them. And I feel obliged to wear other ones or to keep them for my kids or whatever I've been thinking. But I think it's too much. So I feel like I'm just a custodian. Whether it's for 3 years or 30 years, doesn't really matter. So yes, it's not a disposable item, but I don't think it's a good reason not to sell it. About putting your life into it, and it's tied up to the same theme, of course. I've put a few scratches, but most of them were put by somebody else. So again, I'm just a custodian, and there's more life that somebody else put in it than I did. It's a bit different, I think, with a brand new watch with your name on the warranty card, I feel, than for an item that you bought used, and that is meant to me to pass on at some point. Not to mention, it's gained a lot of value since I've had it. So that leads me to the next point, is that if I sell it, it will free up funds, first to pay my taxes and medical bills, if any. But afterwards, I can think about my next GMT. I already know which model I would like to have. So it's exciting. It opens up new opportunities. So in that sense, it's a joyful occasion to sell a watch, even if you loved it. You just move on with it. So it's also a nice sentiment. So I'm trying not to be too sentimental for the wrong reason. And as for limiting yourself to a certain amount of watches in the box, that can only last so long if you really love watches and collecting, because there's always going to be new watches, or you discover old models, and then you have to make a decision. Do you stick to 10 and sell something? I would advise you to do it. Or do you just add and add? And maybe as if you're a professional and you have a job and you will tend to make more money with the years, it makes sense to add more to the collection if you're really passionate and you can't let go. But I think it's fine to let go. So let me know in the comments what you think. Have you let go of something that you regretted? And I know I have, but looking back, I also know why I did it, and I just move on, because I have other things now in the collection that I love, and there are phases in life, and life changes. Your kids at first are always with you, then they go to school, you see them a bit less, then one day they leave the nest. Different phases, or you have your favorite pair of jeans, you think you're gonna wear it forever, and then your size change, you get thinner or heavier, or you don't love them anymore, or the fashion changes. I never liked to get rid of jeans, but I had to do it, and I moved on from it. It's not that different, to be honest. Life changes. You gotta sometimes wipe the slate clean and move on for the next adventure. Let me know what you think about this team in the comments. And again, AllInHerMovements, great channel. Also, well done on not asking if you could purchase that no date sub that you were shown at an AD recently. I would have jumped on it, even though I agree with you, it's not all that. It's not that interesting. I've had a sub in my hands a long time ago, and well, it's a sub. It's a beautiful watch. It's great, but sometimes, you know, you want something a bit more colorful. It might feel too obvious to buy a sub, but you should have bought this one when you were shown, because this is really a stunner. But respect for sticking to your goals, and I hope you will get that Kermit, the ceramic green bezel Submariner. Bye bye, guys.